okay, these are for all the people gone. I don't know, Brady and Danny and Michaela and Casey. We are on example 2 when we're talking about orthographic drawings, and I started to do example 2, and then I was like, we need to record. So what we're doing is I said, don't look at this guy down here because this is what the answer is. So cover over this page. This is page 119. So we're looking at this diagram, and we're looking at the top view, left view, front view, right view. And what we're saying is we're putting these little orange markings in there that show a change in dimension, okay? So if I'm looking at it from the left view, like the left view is like this backside here, does he have a change in dimension? He's completely flat across the back, so he will not have any orange pieces in there, right? Okay, now from the front, which is this direction, right, I see that these 3 right here are kind of sticking out. You see that? These 3? Those guys are kind of sticking out, so I'm going to put that there. And then, what else? These 2 cubes, this one and this one, would be like this one and this one, but those are on the same, like, level, right? Do you see that? These 2 are on the same level as those 2, so they wouldn't be a change in dimension. And this guy is off by himself right over here. So I think the only change in dimension would be like this little line right here. Right? Okay. Let's go to the right view. Yeah, right view. So looking at it this direction. Okay. We got lots of stuff going on here. These 2 blocks are set back a little further. So I'm going to put a line here, right? Because those 2 are set back. This top right block is further up. So I'm going to do this right there. And I'm going to do this because he's like jetted out a little bit. Okay. Now the 3 on the bottom, are they level with each other or are they out? So they will need markings there as well to show that they are on different levels. Does that make sense? Okay. Kind of. The only 2 that are on the same level are these 2. Right. And so that's the only reason why there's no mark right here. Got it? Okay. All right, so they use that to show like changes in dimension. All right, those are orthographic drawings. All right, let's go to this one and let's figure out. They have an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. You're going to choose which one represents the top, left, front, right. Do you want to do this together or you want to try it on your own? Try it on your own? Try it on your own. So this is the object that you're looking at. The top view is like here, right? Left view is going to be here. Okay, so figure out which one top view, left view, front view, right view is. Yeah. And then we'll get the answer here in just a second. Okay. All right, are we ready? The only ones that make sense for top view are C and H. Which one? C, because he has this little dimension change right here, right? So C goes in top view. Okay, left view. Back here, he is completely flat, so he should have no markings. So it's either B or E. And it is... It is E. Because if you're looking at it from this direction, right? Like if your face is this way, right? The tall tower is on the left side and the small tower is on the right side. Does that make sense? So he looks like this. If I turn this shape completely around, it's hard to see, but he should be E, I think. C-E. What?
So left view should be the opposite of what it looks like on the paper?
Yeah, left view and right view should be like complete opposite. Like let's do right view now, right? Let's skip over front view. Let's go to right view. Right view has 3 here and 2 here, right? 3 here and 2 here, or 3 here and 2 here, right? So it's either B or G, but it's G. So if this is the right view, then the left view has to be opposite from him, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. So this one is G, and then the front view has 3 here, 3 here, but these 2 are like set apart, right? Like these 2 are forward facing. So I'm gonna guess it's either A or D, And I think it's got to be D because those two are the only ones that are popped out, right? So this one is D. C, E, D, G, yeah? Yeah? We're doing okay? Okay, perfect. All right, then the last thing is something called a net. And I think I did a net the other day when I was talking about like opening up a soup can, right? Or opening up a cylinder. I said if I take the soup label off of him, he'll look like a perfect rectangle, right? And then if I take the lid off, he'll be like attached there. And if I take the other lid off, he's attached here. Now he could be attached over here. It doesn't matter where I detach the lid from. Could I have my cylinder look like this? No, because that would be like two lids on top of each other, right? So we see how that works. Doesn't matter where you put your circles, but that is the net for a cylinder, right? Okay. So this is a net for a something, and they want us to identify the solid. So if I fold this back together, what would that shape be?
Triangular prism.
He is a triangular prism. Okay, triangular prism. Okay, I'm going to do this really quick. The bases are which things? The two triangles. This is a base and this is a base, okay? So if I would fold him back together, he probably would not be sitting on his base, true? This, I would probably like make him look like a circus tent, right? Like tent in the middle, right? Whatever, okay? So I would probably have him setting on this one, but the bases are those two B's, they're the triangles, right? Then they want us to find the surface area. All right, so I know surface area of a prism is capital PH plus 2 capital B. Right? So I need to know what P is, I need to know what H is, and I need to know what B is. So I'm going to put those like down there, and then we're going to plug them in, all right? Let's find H first, because he might be the easier one. What's H? Height. Which one is the height? Out of all those numbers. What's the height going to be?
10.
Nope.
20.
20. If he's setting on the base, this would be the height right here, true? Yeah? So 20 is the height. Okay, now, the perimeter of the base. That's what capital P means, perimeter of the base. So I'm going to pick on this one right here. And this is perimeter of the base. If I add those all up, that is how much? 36. That's what capital P is, okay? Then I need to find the area of that base, okay? How do you find the area of a triangle?
Base 10 times height divided by 2.
Yes, or 1/2, yeah, I'll go base times height divided by 2. Base times height divided by 2. Okay, so if I'm looking at this triangle, what's the base of that? 16. So I have 16 times the height divided by 2. What's the height going to be? If this is the base, the height is whatever this is right here, right? Oof. How do I find that height? How do I find this length right here?
It's like 1/3 of like the 10.
It's what?
Like something along the 10 is.
So we have to do, this is a right triangle. If I put like a pole down the center there, right? That's a right triangle. And I'm looking at like this guy, okay? This is 10. How long is this? 8, right? And then I need to figure out that one. Can you use the Pythagorean theorem? Yeah, because he's a right triangle, right? Okay, which side is side C when I'm doing this? Which side is your C side? Is the one I don't know? Side C is always the longest side. Which one's the longest side? 10. Right? C. So I have A squared plus B squared equals C squared. All right. So 10 goes here, right? Which one do you want 8 to go in for? A squared. 8 squared plus B is what we don't know. So we're going to call this side B, right? 8 squared is 64 plus B squared equals 10 squared is 100. All right. How do I solve for P? Minus 64. You betcha. B squared equals 36. And then B is 6, right? The square root of 36 is 6. So this guy is 6. All right. Holy moly. Now I lost track of where I'm at. All right. So I'm using that to find capital B, right? 16 is my base. My height is 6, and I'm dividing that by 2, right? 16 times 6 is 96. Divided by 2 is 48. Capital B. Now I'm plugging that into surface area. Capital P is 36. Height is 20. Plus 2 times capital B is 48. 36 times 20 is 720. 2 times 48, we just like undid that. That's 96. And if I add those two together, 816 inches squared. Now, what you could do is, now that we have him all undone, instead of using that formula that we just used, surface area is the area of all of the surfaces, right? So we just did this triangle. How big was that triangle? Was it 48? Right? He was 48 for an area, right? Capital B was 48. No, 96 was when we divided them by 2. I think he was 48. Is he 48? Yeah. Capital B?
Yes.
Capital B is 48. So that one's 48, this one's 48. What's the area of this thing? This rectangle right here. How do you find the area of a rectangle? 10 times 20, which is 200. Okay, same thing over here. This is 10 times 20 or 200. And then this guy right here, I'm going to take 20 times 16, which is 320. And then I could add them all together, right? Add all 6 of those together. No, it's 6. 5 of those together. Add all 5 sides together, and I should end up getting 816, right? So you can do it that way as well, now that he's unfolded, right?
Oh, that's easier.
Yeah, you think that's easier? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Being able to look at those, that's totally fine. So that's another way of finding surface area. Okay? Good, good? All right, so identify the solid. He's a triangular prism. 816 is his surface area. Okay? Let's go to the check real quick. And we won't do him, but what is this shape? Let's just classify this shape. Like, he is what kind of pyramid?
Square.
He's a square pyramid. Yep, he's a square pyramid. And then you'd have to answer the other questions, but whatever. He is a square pyramid. Okay. Platonic solids. We have these guys. If I fold them all together, what does he make? He's a 20-sided figure. Do you remember what that was? He is an icosahedron when he has 20 sides. Icosahedron. I think I spelled that right. I don't know. If you fold them all together, he's an icosahedron. He's one of those like little like globes that have like the flat sides on them, like the desert dome. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah. One of those things. And he has 20 sides. Ooh. Okay, what about this guy? This is like that soccer ball. He has, if we fold them all together, he has 12 of those little pentagons, right?
Pentagonal.
Do you want to take a stab at which one of those is his name? Okay, fold them all together. Close. Deca means 10. Dodecahedron. He's a dodecahedron, right? That's what he is if you fold that soccer ball all together. Okay, moving on. This is, they give you the answer for this one. To draw the net of a 3D figure, of a 3D solid, visualize cutting the solid along some of its edges and opening him up. So this guy, if I take him and open him up like a flower, he looks like this, okay? Now, you could also unfold him like a kind of a weirdish way, and I could do, don't write this down, but here's my 6-sided figure, right? Okay, let's say here's one of the triangles. The other triangle is going to go like this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you see what I just did? Like I unfolded him that way rather than opening him up as a flower. Both of them are the right answer. It doesn't matter, right? You can open him up a different way. All right, so this guy is a pentagonal prism. So he has pentagons that are at the top and the bottom. If we unfold him, okay, your net, I'm going to start with a pentagon. There's a pentagon, and I'm going to put a rectangle off of him, okay? And then, what else shall I do? Let's do this like a flower. Let's unfold all of those like a flower, right? Oh, my drawing is really super bad. Done? No, he needs a top. So I'll put my top right there. Yeah? So that one's going to like close over the top. Right? Okay, and then we have to label also. So we have 2 dimensions. One of them is 15 and one of them is 12. So each side of the pentagon is 15. So this is 15. And so that I don't have to label 15 every single time, I'm just going to do tick, 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 tick. Right? But then each opposite side of my boxes are all ticks, right? Those are all 15s. My 12s are going to be like here. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. And I'm doing 2 tick marks so that you know that those are different. Okay, so now all of my sides have ticks, and you can see what each dimension is. And it's really helpful on my end because I have different colors. Now, that is one net. I'm going to do this. And you don't have to write this down. But I'm going to do a pentagon here. And here's a rectangle. And I'm going to do another pentagon here. And I could do it like this. Right? Would that work to fold them back together? Sure. I could do it that way, right? Okay. So that's another net for the same object. Pentagonal prism. He works also. Good, good? Beautiful. I think that's 5. Yeah, 5 rectangles. Good, good. Okay, example 6. They went ahead and did this for us, so I'll just look at their answer. But there's our tent, right? Okay, and we have this. This is another pentagonal prism, right? Because it's a pentagon. Is that a pentagon? Yes, pentagon. And he has 5 rectangles around the sides, so they did it this way. If you look at the next page, that's how they did theirs. That works too.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of looks like a house, right? So there is that, and that is all. But we're going to do number 1 together, and I'm going to give you your blocks back. So we'll get Kaylee kind of on board again. Here's the homework if you want to write him down while I'm passing blocks out. There is that, but let's do number 1 together. And you may have to share some blocks because I don't know if I have enough. Actually, you know what? We have less people, right? So we may have enough. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll give you all of these. Let's see. All right. Try and see if on number 1 if you can build him. Try and see if you can build that on number 1. Okay. If you don't have enough, let me know. Try and see if you can build number 1 using that orthographic drawing. Okay. I start with the top view usually, so I know I need a 2x3 on the top.
Oh,
And then I've got 2 blocks. Yeah, top view. And then those 2 blocks that are the gold color, right? They're sticking out, but those 2 are different heights as well. Right? And I'm guessing that one of them is 1 more tall and one of them is 2 more tall. Does that make sense? If I look at the view, the left view. Okay. So try to build him and see what you get. Top view. These
Wait,
2.
so when it's like this, where is that going?
What? So I know these 2 are taller, right?
Okay.
Which side's like the right or the left side?
Right view is going to be this one. Left view is going to be this one. Right side, left side.
I do
don't know
not
why,
have
but
enough
I was
blocks.
thinking it's like this is the right and this is the right on.
Oh, nope.
I don't think I have enough blocks.
No, you do. This is right. Let's see. I don't know.
got
Top
it.
view.
I don't think
Ah!
that's right.
I got
Okay,
it.
top view. Okay, he matches top view. I'm going to start with the right view. The right view would be this side, right? This side. Okay, so if I turn him completely this way, is that the right view?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has no dimension change. Okay, now if I go to the left view, right? They have 1 solid line right there. 1 solid line right there. The other 3, yeah. If I turn him, let's see. This is the top view. If I do the front view, here's the front.
Do we draw
I got
Oh,
2
yeah.
here and 2 there. Yeah, so
I
this
thought
is
I needed
exactly
more,
what it
but
is.
I
Yeah,
guess
yeah. So he looks like this, right? And if we go to graph him or go to draw him on dot paper, put him so that you're facing a corner. So you
Did
can
I
either
get
do
it
this
right?
corner or this
Yeah.
corner. I'm going to maybe do this corner. Do this corner, right?
I just did
Okay.
these 2.
So,
I don't
hey,
know.
there you go. Perfect. Okay. So,
Literally just did
What's
it.
the-
if you need help drawing, and Kaylee's never drawn these before,
Oh,
okay? If you need help drawing, yeah. If you need help drawing, I'm gonna draw from the first block, okay? So here's my front block. I go block by block. So here's my front block, and I'm gonna just shade in his top. That's my front block. Okay. Then I've got, what do I want to do? Which vantage point am I going from? I gotta think. Okay. We got 1 more back this direction, I think. Okay. And then these towers get a little taller. Okay. So then we've got 3 more here. So 1, 2, 3 more here. And those all have bottoms of him. Okay. That guy, that guy, that guy. Do you see him? Now we got to go taller. Okay. So I'm cheating off of Anna. Her next block, this is 2 units tall right here. Like two taller. So there's 1 block taller, right? But I want to go 1 more block taller. Okay, and I'm going to finish his top side off. Zoop. Yes, yes, draw him on there. Okay? And the paper, you have to hold the paper sideways, otherwise he does weird things. I can help you draw here in a second. All right, now I need 1 more block off to the side over here. I'm going to do one of those, and there's his top. He's kind of like hiding behind there. And then I need 1 more block back here. That's ground level. So I'm going to finish him off that direction. There he is. Do you see him? Okay. It's a lot of trial and error, a lot of erasing, starting over again.
This look right to you.
Okay. Yeah, that looks awesome. I like it.
Put like a big number 1.
Sure. Put number 1 next to him. Okay, so I know, and we'll have you attach this to your homework.
I can't figure out the
Page.
second block for some reason.
Okay. You finished off his top. We don't want to finish his top off. We want to go up 1 more from each spot. Up 1 more, up 1 more, up 1 more. Now I want to finish that top off. That makes sense? Yeah. Okay, so there he is. There we got him. Okay. All right, so homework. Try to do number 2. It might be better to build him first and then try to draw him from there. Okay? And then the other ones are asking for nets and that type of thing. Good? All right. That is all I have. So if you want to put like a number 1 next to this, so you know that that's homework problem number 1, you'll need number 2, and you'll graph him somewhere, wherever you want. And then we'll turn this paper in with the other one as well. Okay?
Does this look right? Is this the
I'll come help you.
correct view? Oh,
All
I
right,
didn't do
I'm
it
going to
from
shut the
correct
video off.
view.
What? You did what?
I didn't do it from like the correct view.
That's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine. That'll work. Yeah, he's the same object. Yep. I'll take him.